Hi, this is Prepper Bob again for Paracord and Prepping, and this video is about gadgets. Like any guy, I love my gadgets, and I've come up with a bunch of gadgets that maybe they're not the disaster or emergency necessity items, but they sure do make life a whole lot easier. One of the things I want to show you is this little gadget here. It's simple. The center of it is tied independently of the cord itself. And basically I can slide, as you can see, one end is larger than the other, or about the same. But I can take this and I can make it smaller on one end because it'll slide around. Now, this is what I like to call a equipment lanyard. Okay, basically it can be looped over a lanyard. You can pull this down tight to the thing, and then of course you have a wrist. Put your wrist through it. So let's say you're working and you're working with a knife or whatever. You can always drop the knife and it's basically still there. It's just at the end of your wrist, and you can, pick it up again, use your knife again, go back to working. Okay, that's one of my little gadgets, and sometimes these things can be hard to slide around, but that's the idea. Okay, and of course, I'm sure all of you have seen a neck chain, basically a ring on a neck chain, and you put that over your head. Now, these little gadgets can be used for a whole host of things. This ring can have all your little emergency items on it, like a little fire starter, a lighter. You can hang things on it. You can hang an ID on it. You can hang your keys on it. They can also be used for a lot of other things, like attaching to your clothing. And also, if you have this attached to your clothing, this also becomes a lanyard that you can attach to an item, like a compass, a GPS, anything you want, and it can hang down and it'll be right handy when you need it. Okay, same thing with the next item. Is basically has a hook on it, can be hooked on your gear with a long lanyard on it that you can put. It's long enough to put in your pocket, put in an upper pocket, and you've got the cord. You can just pull it out like that. Okay. It also, now this doesn't slide, but it's an easy attachment. You can also put another hook on the bottom of it, or you can use it as a loop over, and those sorts of things. Another equipment hanger. Okay. These are really neat. I was playing around with an old idea for a bottle carrier. And this has basically the whole center of this slides so that you can attach 2 bottles to it. So let's say you want to carry a couple bottles somewhere, a couple canteens, whatever. You put your bottles in there like that. Slide your piece down. Now this again is a sliding piece of paracord right here that will slide up and down, and now you can carry multiple bottles, canteens together. And basically, if you want to take them off, all you do is grab one section of it, okay, and you can pull the cord out and take the bottles off. Basically, it's a neat way of carrying bottles. Attaches to your belt to carry a couple bottles of water around with you. You can make these any size, shape, or whatever. Great for canteens that maybe you don't have a cover for. this item here is where I basically got the idea from. Basically, two sliding pieces on the bottom. You can put it over, slide it up, and you can carry a bottle that way. You can also put one bottle on the end of it here, slide it down, and now you've got a handle to carry two bottles. Or you can slide both of them down, slip this over your belt, and now you've got a basic filled expedient canteen. So that's basically what I started from, was this little gadget right here, and that's where I developed this one for carrying two bottles. You can do this in such a way that you can carry multiple bottles. There's another gadget I'm working on to carry 5 or 6 bottles at one time. And the other little gadget I want to show you is what I call a little paracord handle. You want to, you have a gadget. Perfect example is my MA26 gadget bag. Now basically, you know, I have all my stuff in here. I have a flashlight, I have tweezers in here, I have a pair of scissors in here and everything, and I use it as my EDC bag. Now basically, I don't use it on my, I don't carry it on my belt all the time. So what I do is I made a paracord handle for it, and basically it slipped over the MOLLE straps, slid it through the two MOLLE straps on the back, snap it into place, and now I've got a handle to carry my little pack with. You can make these kind of handles for just about anything. Broken briefcase handle, pack handles that have worn or come loose or whatever. You can make paracord handles for them. And one of the little items that I mentioned in the last video I did was these little gadgets, and I call them basically rope gatherers, or okay, and basically that's what they do. Okay, they're a small little thing that I can wrap up all my paracord with, and it's basically a sliding piece of paracord on a short little loop that now I don't have to worry about using twist ties or whatever that are going to break after a number of times. Slide this out, take out what I need, slide it back, and they're tight enough that they'll hold everything in place, and it's good. And pretty much that's the gadgets I've made so far, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, and anybody that is interested, I'll put on a video later of how to make these gadgets. But these gadgets, I sell these gadgets for you know, to make a few bucks on, and so forth and so on. But they're interesting little gadgets. And one thing I've learned with paracord is there is no such thing as a single-use paracord product. I found that, you know, a paracord bracelet can be used as a paracord bracelet, but it can also be used as an extender for lanyards and everything else, depending on, you know, how they're put together. No paracord product, I believe, ever has only a single use. So gadgets come out of a lot of paracord projects. So until next time, I'm Prepper Bob for Paracord and Prepping.